Hey sis, let's be honest. Depending on word of mouth alone is like waiting for that next text when you're dating. Sometimes they show up, but sometimes you're left ghosted and wondering what went wrong. My name is Chelsea, and I am the founder and CEO of Sassy Boss Marketing Agency. I help women entrepreneurs, specifically therapists, coaches, and consultants, with building systems to help them attract their ideal clients without feeling overwhelmed by their marketing. Today, I want to talk directly to therapists because I've been working with more and more of you, and I keep hearing the same challenges pop up. Most therapists tell me that their way of marketing is through word of mouth, referrals, or on directories like Psychology Today. And while that works sometimes, it's unpredictable. Plus, when you're listed in a directory with dozens, even hundreds of other therapists in your area, it's really hard to stand out. Clients scroll through and you just become another face in the crowd. So today, I want to show you what actually works now. How to build a system that brings clients straight to you without crossing your fingers and hoping referrals keep coming in. And here's the thing, if you're not a therapist, don't click away. The same principles apply to any service-based business, whether you're a coach, consultant, or creative. If you're working with clients, these strategies work too. Are you ready? Let's get into it. Section 1, why referrals alone don't work. Referrals feel great. They're a gift because they mean that someone you know trusts your work. The problem is not quality. The problem comes with control and consistency. Some months you're booked solid, and other months you're stressed out about how to pay bills. With referrals, you're waiting on other people to grow your business. Psychology Today and other directories are the same. It's not your space. You're just renting a spot in a crowded marketplace. Here's what I see over and over with the women therapists that I work with. Number 1, it's unpredictable. One week you get 3 people, the next week you get none. You can't plan your income. You can't plan your childcare. You can't plan your caseload. The second thing, directory overload. Psychology Today and similar sites are crowded. Clients open tabs, skim through them, and then forget. You're listed next to dozens of other therapists who look similar to you, so your unique voice gets lost. Another thing is the time between the actual referral and the booking. Someone mentions your name at brunch, the client goes home, life happens, and without a direct path to your website, a clear form, and a friendly follow-up, that connection grows cold. The fourth thing is there's no way to nurture the not ready yet crowd. Many good fits are not ready today. With referrals only, there is no gentle way to stay in touch with them. No helpful emails, no resources, no reminders. They disappear and then pick someone else months later. Another thing is referrals sometimes are mismatched clients. They often ignore your niche, your fees, and your availability. So you spend time back and forth with this referral only to find out that they need a different specialty or they have a different budget. Another thing is that with referrals, you can't see what's working. You can't track where your potential clients are coming from, where they drop off, and how to improve your intake process. Lastly, you do all the labor. You answer emails, repeat the same info, chase paperwork, and try to remember who to follow up with. Admin creeps into nights and weekends, and your energy goes to logistics instead of care. Referrals will always be welcome, and they should. The shift is simple. Stop treating referrals as your plan and start treating them as a bonus. They should be the cherry on top. A steady practice needs a path that people can follow on their own time with clear steps to inquire, to learn, and to book. Section 2, the therapist struggle. Here's the thing. Therapists are amazing at what they do. You've trained for years. You hold space for people in their most vulnerable moments. And you literally change lives. But when it comes to running the business side of your practice, that's where most of you struggle. And it's not your fault. Most therapists tell me that they're completely overwhelmed by the idea of marketing. You didn't go to school to learn about websites, funnels, email lists, and social media and branding. You went to school to learn how to help people heal. And yet when you launch your private practice, suddenly you're expected to be a business owner, a marketer, and a tech expert all in one. Here's what that usually looks like. You're juggling client sessions, billing, insurance paperwork, and admin. And the thought of figuring out Instagram or building a website feels exhausting. You feel like marketing feels salesy, which doesn't align with your heart to serve. You post on social media randomly when you have energy, but it doesn't turn to actual clients. Or you're relying on Psychology Today, where you're just another face in a sea of therapists, hoping someone picks you. And all this leaves you stressed and second guessing yourself. Not because you're not a great therapist, but because you don't have a simple, clear system to bring clients to you. This is why so many therapists stay in a feast or famine cycle. Busy some months, quiet the next, always worrying about how to keep their caseload full. I see this struggle so often, and it's the exact reason I started focusing on therapists. Because with the right systems, you don't have to hustle, guess, or feel like marketing is a second full-time job. Section 3, what actually works. Okay, so if referrals and directories aren't enough, what actually works to fill your practice with steady, aligned clients? The answer is simple. You need a system that does the talking for you when you're not in the room. A system that shows people who you are, builds trust, and makes it easy for them to reach out to you when they're ready. Here are the key pieces to that system. Number 1, your own branded website. Think of your website as your home base. Instead of being buried in Psychology Today, you have your own space online where you can share about your specialties, your approach, and even a bit of your personality. Your website becomes a place where people land, learn, and take the next step to connect with you. Number 2, a free resource. Or in marketing, we call that a lead magnet. Most people who land on your page are not ready to book a session today. That doesn't mean they're not a good fit. It just means they're not ready yet. That's where your free resource comes in. Something like 5 ways to manage stress before bed, or how to know if couples counseling will help you. When someone downloads it, it adds their name to your email list, and you have a way to stay connected with them. Number 3, an email list and gentle follow-up. Instead of losing people after they click away, you can keep in touch with them. And this isn't about spamming them. It's about sending them friendly, helpful emails that remind them that you're here. Over time, they start to trust you, feel comfortable, and when they're ready, you'll be the first person that they think of. Number 4, consistent branding and social media presence. Branding is simply how you show up, having a polished and professional look. Your colors, your logo, your message, they all help you stand out. Social media then becomes a place where you can share snippets of value, answer questions, and let potential clients see the real you. When all of these pieces work together, you're no longer waiting on chance or hoping someone mentions your name. You built your own version of word of mouth, a modern version, where your system is always introducing you to new people, building trust, and bringing in new clients. And here's the best part. Once it's set up, it keeps working for you automatically, even when you're in a session, on vacation, or simply taking care of yourself. Section 4, what this looks like in real life. So let me give you a picture of what I see all the time. Imagine a therapist. Let's say her name is Jennifer. Jennifer is amazing with her clients, but behind the scenes, her business feels scattered. She's relying on Psychology Today and the occasional referral. Some months her calendar is full, but other months she's stressed and worried about how she's going to cover her expenses. When someone does reach out, Jennifer spends hours emailing back and forth, trying to schedule. She posts on Instagram when she has the energy, but it never seems to really bring in actual clients. And every time she thinks about building a website or starting an email list, she feels overwhelmed and pushes it to the back burner. Now, fast forward to after Jennifer puts a real system in place. She's got a professional website that showcases her personality and explains exactly who she helps. Whenever someone lands on her site but isn't ready to book yet, they can download a simple free resource that automatically adds them to her email lists, where she sends simple, supportive messages every week. Instead of chasing paperwork or stressing about referrals, her system takes care of the details. Forms, follow-up emails, and scheduling all happen automatically. Clients are even reminded when they book a session. Clients feel cared for before they've even had their first session. Here's what's changed for Jennifer. She no longer worries about the next client that's coming in. She feels proud sending people to her website because it truly reflects her. She has more time and energy for her clients and for her life instead of getting stuck in admin tasks. And the best part, Jennifer's business finally feels steady. She knows clients are coming in consistently and she can focus on the work she loves instead of marketing stress. That's the difference that a system makes. It takes you from feeling scattered and dependent on luck to feeling confident and in control of your practice. So if you listen to Jennifer's story and you're thinking, that's me right now, I want you to know that you don't have to keep struggling. This is exactly why I've created my Done For You services. I know you didn't become a therapist to stress over marketing, websites, branding, or social media. You became a therapist to help people. That's your gift. The business and the marketing side, that's mine. When you work with me, here's what you get: a custom website that shows your personality, your approach, and makes it easy for clients to book with you. A simple email list and follow-up system that keeps you connected until they're ready to start therapy. Professional branding, so you stand out from the crowd and look polished and trustworthy. A social media presence that's consistent and on message, so a potential client sees you as their go-to person in your specialty. And it all runs on my all-in-one Sassy Boss software system. So everything, your website, your forms, your emails, your client communication is all in one place. This means no more juggling multiple tools, no tech headaches, and no wondering if you're doing it right. I will set it up for you, and you get to focus on what you do best, caring for your clients. So if you're ready to stop relying on referrals and directories and word of mouth, and instead build a practice that brings clients straight to you consistently, apply for my Done For You services. The link is in the description below. I'd love to help you build a practice that feels steady and sustainable. Don't wait for someone else to decide whether or not you get clients. Take control of your practice, create a system that works every day, and finally feel the freedom and stability you've been working for. If this video was helpful, do me a favor, like the video, drop a comment, and let me know your biggest takeaway. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. See you next time.